Hey everybody, good morning. Jim Hoffman here, pastor at St. John's United Methodist Church. Sorry it took me a couple minutes to get on there. Having a little bit of a technology issue today with Facebook and my phone and stuff, but I am here. It's time for our devotion, so come and join me if you would please. Beautiful Friday morning. As you join, if you want to leave a quick comment, let me know you're here. That would be great. I would appreciate you doing that. There we go. Somebody's here today. Hello, whoever it is. Good morning to you. Hasn't told me yet who you are, but oh, it's Jack. Hi, Jack. Good morning to you. We're going to be reading out of Psalm chapter 9 this morning, verses 9 to 20. Hi, Linda. Good morning to you. Good morning, Mr. Dunbar. Glad you're here today. The other Jack is Jack Tennell. And Pat's with him as well this morning. Good morning to both of you. Hi, Shirley. Good morning. Hi, Barbara. Good morning to you. You and Linda are listening together while you're out bumming around. That sounds like fun. Bumming around is some of the best things to do. Again, we're going to read out of Psalm chapter 9, verses 9 to 20. If you watch this later today, don't forget leave a comment. Would appreciate that. We're going to start with our prayer. O God, by your spoken word, you created everything that is. By your incarnate word, you redeemed us. And by your comforting word, you are with us still. So prepare us now to hear your word to us this day. Amen. All right. Psalm chapter 9, verses 9 to 20. The Lord is a shelter for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Those who know your name trust in you, for you, O Lord, do not abandon those who search for you. Sing praises to the Lord who reigns in Jerusalem. Tell the world about his unforgettable deeds. For he who avenges murder cares for the helpless, he who does not ignore the cries of those who suffer. Lord, have mercy on me, and see how my enemies torment me. Snatch me back from the jaws of death. Save me so I can praise you publicly at Jerusalem's gates, so I can rejoice that you have rescued me. The nations have fallen into the pit they dug for others. Their own feet have been caught in the trap they set. The Lord is known for his justice. The wicked are trapped by their own deeds. The wicked will go down to the grave. This is the fate of all the nations who ignore God. But the needy will not be ignored forever. The hopes of the poor will not be always crushed. Arise, O Lord. Do not let mere mortals defy you. Judge the nations. Make them tremble in fear, O Lord, and let the nations know they are merely human. Our devotion writer today is Derek Zern. Derek lives in Pennsylvania. His focus verse is verse 9, which says, "The Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble." And here is what Derek writes for us today. He says, "I've dealt with anxiety and depression for a long time. Some days I feel like I can take on anything that comes my way. Other days I feel like crawling under a rock. The constant stress of the pandemic has turned up the volume on these emotions. And most days I feel trapped in a bubble with no way to break out. The stress of these times wears on me, but it has also taught me about God's power, comfort, and strength in new ways. I've always been a believer, and I talk to God on a regular basis. But this year has been different. I've clung to my faith like never before, praying and praising God for each new day and each new blessing. Even though my anxiety still remains, My relationship with my Creator helps me to feel calmer and gives me the capacity to think about others. Because God is with me, I can set aside the bad feelings and work for good. And I always remember that it's okay to ask God and others for help. Thought for the day is, on my darkest days, God's light is still with me. I count my blessings that I am someone that does not have to seek either medication or counseling or things like that as a remedy for things like anxiety or depression or some of those other kinds of states. I am fortunate. I count my blessings on that. I do know some that are not in that case, and they do have to have professional help, whether it be through counseling services or a prescription or maybe a combination of the two, to just try to navigate and manage their own anxiety. The thing that I think we should all recognize, though, is every single one of us deals with anxiety in our lives. Most everything that we do when we find ourselves in conflict, we do to try to mitigate our own anxiety in the circumstances, not necessarily to try to find the best outcome. It's just trying to get back to our normal is what we're trying to do. And so in many ways, we all deal with this. Just some of us struggle a little bit more how to deal with it. Others of us, maybe our means is by exertion of power or different things like that to try to figure out how to make it through our anxiety. I like his approach, though, is to also remind us that we're more than just mere mortals, and we're more than mere mortals that will be judged by God. We are also people of faith. And because of that, we can lean in on the one who will make sure that even when we have anxiety and even when we feel pressure, that we can know that God's power and strength is in our lives. That if we look to the one who created us, that one can also help us navigate through these moments. For the Lord is a refuge for us. God is a stronghold even in our times of trouble. So I wonder how often you think about your faith when it comes to moments when you're anxious about something or stressed or depressed. How often do you turn there first? Or is it maybe just something that kind of comes along as a hindsight? Maybe later on, after you've exhausted all human means, then you think, well, why not turn to God? How about turn to God first? And maybe in some ways, through your prayers and your supplications, through your seeking counsel in God's Word and in seeking counsel through good Christian friends, you might be able to overcome and mitigate some of these things without having to seek other means, even the means that are sometimes not so helpful and can be destructive. I think part of it is an awareness, it's an intentionality. It is being a person who says, this is what I'm going to do as my first step in these moments, instead of just our natural visceral reactions. Our visceral reactions to get mad and angry, to exert power over other people, our natural reaction to seclude ourselves, withdraw from others. How about we try to figure out how to maybe mitigate those as our first responses, and instead think about the opportunities that it means, or what it means for you to take that moment and search for God's strength and guidance in your life. I want to encourage you to do that because we still live in anxious times. Even though the pandemic is over, we've still got many other things that are going on that can make us anxious about the world around us. And I want to encourage you to think about what it means to just simply seek God's counsel each and every day. Through this devotion time, but also even through your own devotion time, through your reading of Scripture, through the moments when you pray. So take an opportunity to listen for the Lord, to seek God's counsel and strength, and we'll be a people who I think can come about and manage these things in different ways. Let's pray. Dear God, give us strength, guidance, and perseverance so we can take on life's challenges and love others like Jesus does. Amen. Thanks, friends, for being here today. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your patience with me. Sorry it took me a little bit to get on the old Facebook here, but we made it, and we'll be back tomorrow for our devotion time, so come and join me if you would, please. Don't forget, again, if you're someone who watched this a little bit later, leave a quick comment. Let me know you were here. And for those of you that have the opportunity or take a moment and want to, please share this on your own Facebook page, and I would appreciate you doing that. It gives your friends and your family an opportunity to also be a part of our devotion time. Thanks, everybody, for being here today. Look forward to being with you tomorrow. God's peace and grace be with you.